Okay, so we just had a conversation with our boss, the controller, who's saying, hey, I need you to update our customer list and populate the email address and populate the sales rep, and we need to exclude all of the intercompany customers. So let's get started on how we would create that saved search that would show us which customers meet that criteria. So we're going to go to Reports, New Search. Since we're dealing with customers, we're going to go ahead and select Customer. And so now we're going to start by selecting any customers that don't have an email address. So we select Email, and we're going to say is empty. The second criteria was any customer that doesn't have a sales rep. So we're going to click Sales Rep. Then we're going to say we could do none of all of them. Or actually, you know what? We do any of unassigned. Not right there. And then we're going to exclude any intercompany. So we're going to say does not contain, and we'll say inter. And now we can look at the results, and we can exclude, we need email. Include sales rep, and we can click submit, or we'll create a save search. And the main reason I like to create a save search in this situation is so once we're done, we can rerun this exact save search, and then we'll know whether it was successful if there's no records returned. So we'll say missing emails and sales rep customer search. We won't make that public. And then you want to click this arrow, and then we're going to click save and run. And so here we go. Now, one thing we want to think about, right, is what if there is a customer who has an email but doesn't have a sales rep, or vice versa? So how can we factor that into our saved search? Well, there's a solution for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to check this use expressions box. And what we're going to do is, you can see now we have a couple additional criteria here, and we're going to change this from an and to an or. And then we're going to also put in some parentheses. And now we'll click save and run. And now we have some additional results where we can see that Triangle has an email, but they don't have a sales rep. And unique ID 3169641, they don't have an email, but they have a sales rep. So now we can see, okay, we've kind of got our save search a little bit more precise. So the last thing we want to do is I want to add the sales rep internal ID to the results. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the results subtab. I'm going to scroll down. I believe there is a sales rep related field, which there is. So I'm going to add the internal ID. And the sales rep is actually linked to the employee. And I'm going to put and we're going to click save and run. So now we have the sales rep internal ID, and we'll use this in the next class to show how we're going to populate that sales rep into our Excel spreadsheet that will then upload back into NetSuite. Okay, so next step, we're going to export this to Excel, And then in the next class, I'm going to show you how we are going to prepare this spreadsheet so we can upload it into NetSuite.